Welcome to ZoomTv, the show where we explore everything that flies, drives and floats and take you along for the experience. So let's find out what you'll be experiencing today.
So the age-old question, new or used cars? Well, today for the first time on ZoomTv, I have a look at a pre-loved Hyundai Elantra.
Have you ever wondered why a diesel engine has more power than a petrol engine? Well, today we're going to find out why.
Today I experienced the Ford XR6. It's quite a car. Plant the right foot and the insane turbo goes into attack mode.
And I go exploring through one of the biggest stockists of Honda products in Australia. But first, buy new or used? Here's the very used Alan Simons with the answer.
It's undeniable that there's something wonderful about buying a brand new car. The fact that it's had no history, that new car smell, and just the way it feels. But that's not for everybody. What I'd like to show you today is that with the great deals being offered and the wonderful array of pre-loved cars on the market, that may very well be the way to go. The money you'll save is one thing to be happy about, but there are other advantages in buying a well-looked after and maintained used vehicle. Any little new car problems have been well and truly sorted out, and it's been checked over again prior to resale. It's impossible to overemphasize the fact that you should always buy through a trusted and recognized dealer, instead of perhaps going through the newspaper or buying locally. More about that later. First, let's have a look at the Hyundai Elantra. It's a great example of some of the deals you can do at the moment. This 2010 Hyundai Elantra is often overshadowed by more firmly entrenched competitors, but its affordable price and refinement make it an ideal medium sedan worthy of serious consideration. It features a high-class cabin interior, smooth and secure ride, spacious interior with adult-friendly back seat, generous features list, and of course, low price. It's one of those cars that'll make you feel like you found something special. It's like finding a little hidden-away restaurant that doesn't look much on the outside, but on the inside serves up the most sensational meals. So then, this is Meals on Wheels. It's a Scotch fillet, rare, slightly aged, with a side of hot English mustard and a Rockford salad at a party pie price. Yum yum. To further sweeten the deal, the Elantra offers respectable fuel economy, a capacious boot and generous warranty. I asked John Hughes to tell me more. So John, new car, used car?
Well, at the moment, it's a very good time to be buying a used car or a pre-owned car, I call them, Alan, from me. Why? Because I've got a lot of particular models in stock, particularly the Hyundai Elantra.
Well, tell me a bit about the Elantra. What's it like?
Well, they're a good-looking car. They're roomy, they're economical, but enough power to drive the automatic, because they're all automatics. I've got a 2-litre engine. They've got central locking. They've got power windows on all the doors. They've got ABS braking and dual airbags. And the big thing is you get the balance of the 5-year warranty with these.
So you've got plenty of these cars in stock. What sort of deals are you doing?
Well, in order to move them, I mean, I'm selling them out at $17,999, which is in itself, I reckon, great value. But in order to, as I say, to move them, because I've got so many, I'll guarantee anybody $3,000 minimum trade-in on any old bomb. I don't care how bad it is, as long as it drives in and as long as it's registered. Now, that's a changeover, obviously, of only $14,999.
The 2010 Elantra comes standard with anti-lock disc brakes and active front head restraints. In government crash testing, the 2010 Hyundai Elantra received 5 out of 5 stars for frontal protection and 4 stars for side protection. Power-wise, the engine is powerful enough for a 4-cylinder. The automatic transmission that's mated to it allows drivers to find the right speed to effectively overtake vehicles as needed, and gives nary a whine as it powers through the gears. This petrol-sipping engine records the very decent and welcome figures of 7.8 litres per 100 kilometres. And at $17,999 before trade, you really can't go wrong. In the large cabin, wind and road noise are pleasantly low. We like this car. We like the fact that everything in it works just as it should. And we like the second-hand price. A lot. For the best deals, go to johnhughes.com.au or follow the links from ZoomTv.com.au.
Today we're in Midland, Western Australia to go inside of one of Australia's largest and most experienced Honda dealerships, the Honda Shop Megastore, which was established over 30 years ago and has today grown to offer you pretty much everything Honda, from new and used motorbikes to jet skis, power equipment, farming accessories, even outdoor Honda Marine. You'll find it right here at Australia's #1 Honda store. The Honda Shop Megastore is exactly that. It's a big store. They have the largest collection of new and used motorcycles, from cruisers to off-road bikes and ATVs. They offer a very unique used motorcycle consignment service that allows you to sell your motorcycle through them with no risk to the seller or buyer. The buyer will even get a warranty, and clear title is guaranteed. This allows them to offer the largest range of used motorcycles all under the one roof. They also have the largest collection of farming and Honda power equipment. From generators to water pumps to lawnmowers, you're going to find it right here. And they don't just sell you the gear, they have one of the largest service centres with the most experienced technicians to help you maintain it. They are passionate about customer service and satisfaction, but what they are most passionate about is our environment, which is why they have made a conscious effort to ensure everything they sell and the way they conduct their business is as environmentally friendly as possible. They're the only Green Stamp accredited motorcycle dealership in WA, acknowledgement from the Government of WA of their sound environmental practices. This passion also drives their new range of solar energy power solutions. They sell, stock and service a range of solar energy power solutions that'll rapidly reduce your carbon footprint and save you money off your power bill at the same time. Michael, I love the store. It's huge. It's fair to say this is a real guy's store.
Yeah, that's right, Aaron. What really makes the Honda Shop unique is that we're Australia's only a Honda dealership that stocks not only the motorcycles, the power products, but also the Honda solar products, the Honda jet skis, Goldwing, the side-by-side MUV, all the specialised Honda products. In fact, we cover everything Honda, with the exception of motor vehicles, of course.
It'd be hard to walk in here and just walk out with one thing, but the other thing is you don't just stop at selling, do you?
No, not at all, not at all. We actually have our own dedicated on-site finance and insurance department, as well as a comprehensive range of extended aftermarket warranty for our used motorcycles. We also actually have Australia's largest Honda service division, Honda spare parts, and even a Dyno Dynamics dyno room.
So instead of the Honda Shop, it should be called the Honda Stop.
That's right, the one-stop shop.
There you go. The Honda Shop is family owned and operated, which probably best explains their dedication to customer service. From the time you enter the store, you feel like part of the Honda Shop family and you're offered the very best service and total honesty. At the Honda Shop Megastore, it's very clear they realise customer service and support, well, that's important. It's also really clear that they realise evolution and new technology, that's also important, but not just to you, the customer, to our environment. To get the best power solution and the very best service, drop into the Honda Shop Megastore in Midland, or go to ZoomTv.com.au and follow the links to the Honda Shop and shop online.
After the break, we find out why a diesel engine has it all over a petrol engine. That's coming up on ZoomTv. Today we're here at United Fuel Injection, who are not only experts in fuel injection, but look after a whole range of products as well, including work on diesel engines. So, we're going to take a look at the age-old question, should we be driving petrol or diesel engines? A petrol engine compresses a fuel-air mixture and then ignites it with a spark. The diesel engine compresses just air, but to such a high pressure and temperature that when the fuel is injected, it ignites automatically without the need for a spark. This is the fundamental difference between the two engines. Of course, that is a simplified explanation, but essentially a diesel engine has to deliver more compression than a petrol engine does in order to get the fuel to ignite. Now this is a diesel cylinder head, my fist is a diesel piston. The diesel piston needs to compress the air to a greater degree than the petrol engine, so therefore the piston must be stronger, also the conrod and the crankshaft thicker to cope with those extra forces. The high torque output of the modern diesel engine comes from the extreme cylinder pressures derived by turbocharging. While petrol engines are able to achieve higher revs to make their power and torque, the diesel engine is limited by the slow burn rate of the fuel. Steve, I've tried to explain in layman's terms why a diesel engine has more torque than a petrol engine, and I know you guys here do a lot of work on diesel engines. What are some of the other benefits of a diesel engine?
One of the great benefits of the diesel engine over the petrol is that the diesel will only use the amount of fuel required to get the job done. So if you're in light city running and you're sitting idling at traffic where a petrol has to be at somewhere between 13 and 15 parts of fuel to air, a diesel can have 100 parts air to fuel. If you're towing a caravan down the road at 90 kilometres an hour, there's X amount of work to be done. The diesel will basically only put the fuel into the engine that's required by the load and the situation. And it always runs in excess of air, which you cannot have in a petrol engine.
Now there is a very good reason why nearly all trucks are diesel and most forms of commercial transport are also diesel. The diesel engine is more economical, delivers more power and of course has more torque. The team at United Fuel Injection repair and readjust diesels and they really know their stuff. If you're having any problems with your diesel engine, you really need to give the folks a call at United Fuel Injection.
After the break, I find out why it's better to have your Holden serviced by a Holden dealer. That's next on ZoomTv. These days, there are plenty of different places and ways to get your car serviced. But a question I get asked a lot is, why would you service your car at a brand-specific service centre? For example, say you own a Holden. Why would you go to a Holden dealer to have it serviced? Well, today, thanks to Melville Holden, we're going to find out the answer. The first benefit of getting your Holden serviced at Melville Holden is they stock every possible part on site. This rapidly reduces possible repair time. And they only use genuine parts and accessories which are designed by Holden for Holdens. All genuine parts and accessories fitted by Melville Holden are all backed with Holden's 24-month, 50,000 kilometre warranty. Another benefit about servicing your Holden at Melville Holden is they receive ongoing training from Holden, which means they have a more in-depth understanding about your car and they can better service and maintain it. They also have the equipment to better interact with your Holden and update your vehicle's computer system quickly and easily. Now, it doesn't take a genius to work out quicker diagnosis, quicker repair, less inconvenience and cost to you. Holden also review and ensure that anyone that represents them offers you the very best service and advice, so you can be sure that any written quote or advice given to you by Melville Holden is the very best and the most comprehensive. Garth, I love your service setup out there. Why is it important to service your Holden at Melville Holden?
Well, Aaron, we specialise in Holden, so our guys are fully factory trained. We have all the parts, we have all the tools, the special abilities to fix the cars.
So it's fair to say that over time working with the same brand, they're getting better at it.
Look, the training that Holden does for their service technicians Australia-wide these days is second to none in the world. And we have some of the best trained technicians in Australia.
Garth, you've also got this 1 hour service express. What's that about?
What it is we have 2 fully trained technicians that are fully conversant in Holden. They do a full logbook service in the hour. We wash it, vacuum it. You can grab a cup of coffee, go for a walk across the road, and your car's ready to go and you're on your way.
So it's not about cutting corners, it's about being more efficient.
No, it's very efficient with the two guys, and it is a full service.
Okay, and lastly, you don't just fix cars here, you can also fit genuine parts and accessories to Holdens.
Very important too, because the genuine parts and accessories have a full 24 months, 2-year warranty, parts and labour, which means if something goes wrong with a part, it's replaced labour-free as well, not just the part.
And what's this pit stop tyre service you want?
Pit stop tyres an Australia-wide Holden instigation, and what that does is gives us better buying power with the manufacturers Australia-wide, so we can pass those offering or savings on to the customer so that it becomes an overall one-stop service.
Melville Holden specialise in everything Holden, but they also confidently service and repair any make or model of vehicle. Their service department is now open from 7:30 a.m, so you can drop your car off before you go to work. You can even book a service on a Saturday morning between 8 a.m. and 12 p.m. And if you book ahead, you can request the use of one of their loan fleet cars free of charge. All you do is pay for the fuel you use. So why would you get your Holden serviced by Melville Holden? Well, I reckon by now the answer's pretty simple. It's because they know Holdens. So to get your car serviced by the guys that know Holdens, drop out and see my mates at Melville Holden, or go to zoomtv.com.au and follow the links. You can even book your car in for a service online.
Want more bang for your buck? Well, stick around, because today I experienced the Ford XR6. It's quite a car. Those of us fortunate enough to live in the land down under have it so good in so many ways, particularly automotively speaking. And if it's bang for buck you're after, then it has to be the big Ford forced induction XR6. Here's why. This is a big car for big Australians with big business to do. That means plenty of space for passengers and luggage. In fact, there's nothing in this price range that has the space that a Falcon has, though the Commodore does run close. The front seats are huge and soft. They're like big lounge chairs. But despite this, they hold you in place with good side bolstering. In just a few years, the Ford Falcon XR6 Turbo has done what most iconic performance cars take decades to do. Ford's critically acclaimed economical 4-litre turbocharged 6-cylinder sports sedan has developed a cult status like few other locally made cars. And this small and insignificant fact has just a little bit to do with it. The sprint from 0 to 100 kilometres takes just 5.6 seconds, not slow in anyone's language. Just plant the right foot and the insane turbo goes into attack mode. The ZF gearbox drops down smoothly, the turbo whistles and the car rockets down the road. The XR6 tries to grasp a lucid moment by tempering the package with an upgraded stability control system and a range of safety features like reinforced passenger safety cell. In terms of driver involvement, engineering sophistication and sheer driving pleasure, this car works amazingly well. There's a distinctly sophisticated, almost prestigious feel about this car that you pick up the moment you shift it into gear and push down the accelerator pedal. It has a solid European feel. In fact, it's like the whole car, including the engine, has been sent to finishing school in Germany. Das ist gut. Wunderbar. The power of this car doesn't mean it isn't more than happy to cruise around town at a relaxed pace or be an everyday transporter doing the grocery shopping. On the contrary, it makes the process a whole lot less stressful due in some part to the tight turning circle and rear-wheel drive. At the top of the center stack sits a big systems control screen, which displays climate control, radio, outside temperature, and a host of other necessary features. Interesting to note that the view from inside the cabin is almost unrestricted, a safety feature that gets a big tick. There's a certain placidness that'll impress your friends as it motors along just like a normal Falcon. But tickle the accelerator and it changes personality, bringing with it jet-like grunt and performance to match. The Falcon XR6 Turbo is not a car for everyone, but represents great value for money. The quality of tactile surfaces is high. The XR6 is robustly engineered and the build is solid. Few cars can withstand the rigours of Australian roads like our homegrown Sixes. It's also satisfying to know that the big Ford receives the highest safety rating from ANCAP, 5 stars. For the best deals, go to johnhughes.com.au or follow the links from ZoomTv.com.au. Well, that's it for today's show. Thanks for being with us. If you'd like details on any of the stories you've seen on today's show, or any other show for that matter, head to our website, zoomtv.com.au. If you'd like to be on the show, better still, to the website, follow the links, contact us. Thanks for watching again, and bye for now.
And that's a wrap.